Greetings, heroes and Force users of all ages. Wait, no, we don't say that anymore.
Well,
We don't say
you
that.
just did.
Well, because
You can.
Alyssa wanted it out. But we're not editing this.
The lesbian has spoken.
Welcome back to Inside the Tauntaun, a podcast in the multiverse of fandom. I would say as always, but it's been 2 months, so
As never.
here's a refresher. I'm Dino Nicandros, and I'm joined by my fantastic friends, Alyssa Simmons
Hello, everybody.
and Daniel Dawson.
Hello there.
And yes, against all odds, we have returned for our inaugural episode of 2024. Guys, we're coming up on 4 years of Tauntaun
That's
Whoa.
crazy.
this month. 4 years.
Wow, this month. Yeah,
February.
Just in
February,
this month
yeah.
alone, we've had 4 years.
That checks
It kind
out.
of feels like that, to be honest.
But today we decided what better way to bring us into the new year finally than to go back to our roots and discuss all things Star Wars. There's actually a fair amount to talk about in terms of movies, TV shows, the video game realm, and we'll kind of chart a path ahead of what's coming. We'll talk about what excites us most, and we hope you'll listen to the end.
Please?
By God, we're Star Wars fans.
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
I am Iron.
I thought they smelled bad. On the outside.
Smells like a new car in here.
Inside the Tauntaun, this is our opening song. Alyssa, Daniel, Dino, talking nerd stuff, come along. Inside the Tauntaun podcast, please like and subscribe.
Well, sorry,
Hello.
everybody, that we took so long to do anything.
Where have you guys been? I've been
Oh,
sitting
the
in this chair
stories.
waiting for you guys. I missed you so much.
The stories that could be told.
Wow.
Oh my God. It's been a long...
It's been very long. We have watched a good amount of content since we
Oh my
last
God.
spoke to all of you.
Yes.
I know, Dino, you're still catching up
That's
on
a work
stuff,
in
right?
progress for me, yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
me too. I mean, I just finished What If, like 2 days ago.
Alyssa had 3 babies.
I'm
She was
expecting a
preg-
fourth.
She was pregnant
Congratulations,
3
by the way.
times.
Did 3 times in the month of December.
Just solving the population crisis by yourself. Thank you.
You're welcome.
They were all immaculately conceived.
Midi-chlorians.
Yes. The only
my-
way I will have a child.
Jeez.
Guys,
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi,
So-
I missed you. How do we even do this anymore? It's been
I know,
so
we
long, I
haven't
don't
done it.
remember.
well, you know what? I'll start.
Would
do it.
you?
So before we get to the bevy of
I wish I had a bevy right now, honestly.
or a Chevy.
Yes.
Before we get to all of the new things, much of which we've talked about before, but we're getting confirmations on perhaps what is actually happening and,
Yeah.
and
What is
a rough
rumored?
estimate of when it is happening. But before we get to all that, so my girlfriend had a surgery earlier this month in January, and during the recovery period, we deemed it was the good time to finally go where she has never gone before and tackle Star Wars.
Oh,
No, Daniel,
Daniel,
we're not
Daniel,
even. Don't even.
Daniel.
We're not going there.
Yeah, come on! You never let me have any fun.
I always let you have fun,
You-
and that's the problem.
You force the fun.
We're not
Okay,
going
so
there.
did what did you watch? Like,
So,
what order did you show it to her in?
we did-
Like, what did you do?
We're not finished yet, but we went in release order. So 4, 5,
Great.
6,
Great.
Excellent.
1, 2, 3.
So you have not watched.
We have not watched the
sequel.
sequels,
Okay.
but we've done 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, Rogue One, and Kenobi.
Oh, and Kenobi
Oh, the
as
show.
well.
Oh, cool. Very neat.
Okay, great.
And the consensus is I'm going off of memory here. She liked the original number 4 quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
As
obviously
you
enough
would,
to
as you
continue
should.
going. Number 5, Empire Strikes Back. Loved,
Yep,
Very good.
loved.
as she should.
Return of the Jedi, super meh,
Huh.
Oh,
which
okay.
I was surprised by because I think that's actually my favorite.
I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people's favorites.
Mine too. Yeah.
Loved 1, loved 2,
I love that for her.
and loved 3.
I mean,
And the
that's
consensus
awesome.
was the prequels were more enjoyable than the originals.
Huh. Well,
I
and
said
honestly,
nothing.
she's not alone though, because there
No,
are
she's
people
not.
out there that do feel that way.
But I gotta
we've
tell you,
talked,
like-
and we're if you've listened to us talk about Star Wars before, like, you know that we're not like prequel haters. We're not
No.
of that group of people. We're not either like we're not either or, I guess.
Yeah, because we're not insane. We also don't ignore the,
Deficiencies.
yeah,
But,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Are we grateful for Duel of the Fates? Are we like, duh?
Well, it boiled
Are
down
we
to
grateful
her.
for Darth Maul?
It boiled down
Duh.
to her thinking the prequels were a more compelling story.
Interesting.
But interestingly enough, and I agree with this, they're made more compelling if you watch the originals first.
right,
Because
yeah, as standalones, because like for instance, like when the original Star Wars is Episode 4, so like it's right smack dab in the middle of a story, and it still is a great standalone film. Like,
I don't know.
you don't
I
need
mean,
to know.
maybe
all the
we
stuff
talked about
beforehand.
this like literally 4 years ago, but I'm gonna ask you both. Well, you're showing Veronica, like you're showing her in that order.
Mhm.
Daniel, do you have a preference? Like when you do a rewatch, like do you do release order? Do you do the machete order? Like what?
Oh, I really enjoyed the machete order.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the last time I did a rewatch, though, I think I did. Did I do the machete order? No, I think I did the release order the last time I watched it, but it wasn't
I like to
necessarily
mix
because
it
I was
up.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't because I like had an ultra preference or anything like that. But yeah, I do think the machete order is super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what's next? You did Kenobi.
so she
and
loved
now...
the prequels, and in between those, we had watched Rogue One, which she really enjoyed.
How could you not? I mean,
Did she like it as much as you?
I don't think so, because she was still in the phase of having to remind herself just when it takes place. Like
Yeah,
she
that
got
checks
it,
out.
and it all made sense, but
Sure.
she had to keep checking in about timeline.
Now, when he told us about the fact, like, as it was happening, like that, she was watching all these things, I was just like she is begging for you to like pop the question. It's just like, come on.
She's willing to watch all the Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it has gotten to the
If you
point
like it,
now
then-
where she was like, she had asked me, so do you recommend we do Mandalorian next, or do we
Oh.
go like straight to the sequels?
Oh,
And
sweet
actually, so the plan-
mystery life, at last I found thee.
So the plan actually, I think we're going to try and tackle Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, and
Oh, I can't believe you're doing this series like before the movies.
Actually, I don't think I've ever really completely looked this up, and I want to see how.
But yeah, so my strategy, I think, to make the sequels land a little better is to do all the stuff that leads up to it, and I'm actually going to try and delay them as long as possible and try and get some of these new movies in.
Yeah, that actually will be really interesting as just like a science experiment
Right.
to see how, with all of these new Filoni Favreau projects and stuff, like how the sequel trilogy will hit after.
Okay, so as of October 4th, 2023, assuming you watched Star Wars content 24 hours a day,
Which
it'll
we did.
take you 7 days, 14 hours, and 3 minutes to watch all of the canon Star Wars films and TV shows.
That's not that long.
Yeah, you got this.
We did Kenobi in a day.
Yeah, you can totally do
Well,
that.
yeah, that's right. It was short. It was short.
Yeah, they were like
Well,
45 minutes.
and it's also like perfect timing because like she was recovering and everything. So
Right.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Absolutely.
that's awesome.
And she's doing something very exciting soon. So
yeah.
how long do you have before that starts?
Now they just started.
Oh, it's already started.
Rehearsals have started. So
Oh no, that's gonna put
so,
a damper on the
we'll
Star
have to
Wars
tackle
thing.
things a little slow, a little more
Yeah,
slowly. But
Sure.
but it's been fun to actually to revisit it yet again. Although I mean, I do it fairly often. But watching the prequels with somebody who had no preconceived notions about it just showed me how stupid some Star Wars fans can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I do mean to be harsh because I used to have some of those, like, I don't know, groupthink opinions about
Mhm.
the prequels, and she acknowledged, some of the dialogue discrepancies or
Yeah.
deficiencies
Sure.
rather.
Sure.
But
Yeah. Please
she's like,
tell
it's
me,
just
like,
so much fun. Like it's
Yeah.
and then
They're
just
fun.
utter tragedy.
yeah,
And
very, very sad. Did she giggle with the sand line?
No,
She didn't.
no. And I got to
There
tell
you
you, when
go.
she didn't laugh, I didn't either.
Huh.
I was like,
Okay.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
trust her anymore.
kind of corny, but it's
Well, yeah, but it's like I don't know. I just think, like you said, like when you're so like all consumed by something all the time, you're gonna have different opinions of it than
yeah.
How many meds was she on?
I mean, a fair few.
Daniel.
Just context is important.
Codeine, and I'm sure.
Yeah, just like
No, she was when we started. There were no mind inhibiting drugs.
Yeah, okay, well.
So,
All right.
That's good to
okay.
know. That's good context.
yes.
Well, I suppose that kind of just leads us right into like talking about what's coming up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, speaking
So-
about the I was reading a couple of articles about the prequels. Apparently Variety just did an interview with Ewan McGregor, and he was talking about like how he was just like so like weirded out about how like poorly received that the prequels were, and that like he had just done the first one and he was like, oh god, we still have 2 more to do. Like it was like everybody hated the first one. Is like, well, oh well. I think his exact
It turned
quote.
out fine for him.
He turned
so.
out fine. He's fine. He said that it was weird to be in a film that was hammered, and we still had 2 to make. Hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, history has been much kinder than. Well, I say that, but like, I think the initial reaction to it actually by fans was it was great, and then
Yeah.
I think it's like 6 months went by, and then
Yeah.
just this
Wait a
hatred set in.
minute.
And then I think we're circling back to it's good Star Wars. It's good Star Wars.
Still fun.
It's very good Star Wars, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the timing of that article is actually interesting because of an interview Daisy Ridley did recently, shedding more light on her movie, and she talked
new
about
one.
the abuse she received.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And if you'll remember, dear listener, how she was basically shoved off of social media because of the reaction to
So cruel.
some of the reaction to
She's a
the prequels.
witch.
Um,
Burn her.
like she talked about developing holes in her stomach lining from stress.
Oh
and-
god.
I mean, guys, what are we doing here?
We're
Hello?
causing like bloody stool.
It's Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Like,
fun
what?
pew pew space opera. Can we not do that to humans?
I mean, it's
Please?
just and we've talked about this ad nauseum, but any gripes you could possibly have with the sequel trilogy, none of them have anything to do with Daisy Ridley's
Her?
performance.
No.
No, because yeah, she was fantastic.
Yes.
I mean,
She did an excellent job with what she was given.
I mean, my word, what are we?
I'm
doing
really
here?
glad, and I had hopes that, based on her experience in the the sequel movies, that we would get her back in some capacity. And I'm really glad that this upcoming project is happening.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes.
Well,
I know
yeah, and there's
she's like said she's done a couple of interviews where she's talked about like how excited she is about this, and
Yeah.
she was like, it needed to be like really good for me to
Yep.
say yes to come
Yep.
back, which I, given her experience, totally understand.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yeah, there was after looking and reading and everything, like there was no shadow of a doubt in my mind that I would
yeah,
be
that's fantastic.
coming back.
And
So,
and whether she misspoke or just let it slip, I mean, several times she'd mentioned, reading and hearing ideas for the first film. So there's,
mhm.
I think there's an insinuation there that
That there's more than one.
perhaps another trilogy.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
But we'll get to that.
And she, yeah, because she's said that it's it sounds like it's like a very different direction.
Yep.
Allegedly, which is a good thing.
Yes.
And the director has kind of said, actually, I'm curious if you guys heard, because again, nothing has been confirmed about this. So I don't even know why I'm saying it. But the rumor was that the director was fired, and I don't think that that's true. Is it?
Charmaine Chinoy?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But people like, I think that somebody said it and then just spread like wildfire, and everybody like all the the douchey Star Wars.
They're
like,
hoping for it because, well, really,
Yes.
this is what it boils down to. She made a comment, I believe, promoting a documentary that came out, I don't know however long ago, and she made the subject of the film, and I don't remember exactly, but I think it had to do with either physical or sexual abuse.
Okay.
And then elements of sexism, and she was saying, in the context of the documentary, she liked to make those type of men feel uncomfortable,
Oh yeah.
like
and
using the
that-
subject matter
Sure,
to make
sure.
men feel uncomfortable. They
Yeah.
then took that quote from her and somehow married it to her vision for Star Wars.
Sure.
And now all
I
the
hope
headlines
that's what
read,
Star Wars is
new
about. It's
Star
about-
Wars director seeks to make men uncomfortable.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I hate the media.
Star Wars. Star Wars
truly
10.
So much.
awful.
Star Wars 10 is going to be about sexual abuse. Daisy Ridley.
Oh my gosh.
is going
So
to be
the whole
played
point
a
of the
victim.
new Rey movie is to make men uncomfortable, and that is what they are running with.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah. And God forbid, that we'd all feel super uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Because
But,
we don't like to go to the movies to feel things.
Yeah, but methinks she's not setting out to make Star Wars an avenue to make men uncomfortable. I'm pretty confident saying that won't
No.
happen.
But honestly, even if she is, then fuck, let's do it. Why not? Like, make me feel something.
Well, if there's one thing that's true about any new Star Wars content, it is
Mhm.
going to make a large group of men feel uncomfortable.
Correct.
Well, yeah, the ones who had Luke
That is a
Skywalker
given.
stolen from them by
uh-huh.
Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, that's the group. That's
Yeah.
the group I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. I have also heard a rumor, and again, just a rumor, that I think actually, I don't know, it may have come from Daisy Ridley herself, but that they wait, what did you say?
I said from Daisy herself.
From Daisy herself. That they are continuing on, like she will be like a Skywalker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like they're gonna lean into that. They're not gonna forget
sorry.
about it.
Thank God.
Sorry, bros.
Yeah.
Like it happened. Like
Yeah,
there's no
it is
going back.
canon.
There is no world between worlds scenario that
That's
makes
gonna
that
fix
not
it.
happen,
Yeah, right.
because you misunderstand that whole concept.
Yeah, correct. Also that.
But
Oh boy.
anyway,
God bless them.
also a side note, but not really a side note. On this day in
This is
1997,
a side note, not this.
on this day in 1997, the Star Wars Special Edition came out in theaters.
When they ruined it.
They added the
They added the
CGI
ghosts.
Jabba the Hutt.
And the drama.
No, there were very, very cool things that they
They
added
were-
to it.
they were really
There's
cool.
super freaking cool things. It's just a shame that the original doesn't exist anymore. That's the only bummer.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like, I
On
wish I could have my
VHS
cake and eat
and
it
in
too.
our
Because
hearts.
yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
Barely though, because I was like barely a twinkle in my parents' eye when it came out. But yeah, I remember seeing it in the hiatus, the special edition, and I loved it.
So, shall we get to kind of a running order of
Yes.
when things are happening?
Let's do
Won't
it.
you?
So first, we've got The Acolyte,
Oh yes, I'm so excited.
Star
about
Wars
that
The
shit.
Acolyte, and this is by Russian doll creator Leslie Headland.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
We've talked about this before, but just a refresher, this is set to take place near the end of the High Republic period, which is about
Mhm.
100 years before The Phantom Menace, Episode 1. And seemingly it's going to deal with the Sith, or
Yeah.
and or dark side users, and
He is
and
not
the
a
emergence
Christian! Sorry.
of this the emergence of the dark side and the beginning of the erosion of the Republic.
So basically, this is going to be Dino's new Bible.
Correct.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So
and
do
it's going to make a lot of men really uncomfortable.
yes, this one is also going to make men very uncomfortable. I
That
haven't
is the
seen
goal
it
of
yet,
all
but
Star Wars going forward.
do we think people's Darth Plagueis theories are going to be the new Snoke theories?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Which
yeah.
is a hilarious thing to say because the Snoke theories were he was
Plagueis.
Darth Plagueis.
Were
I
Plagueis,
remember I
yeah.
Totally.
bought that hook,
Right.
line, and sinker.
Mm-hmm. I know. I same. I same. I same.
I say,
Daniel
I say.
Daniel same.
Oh my god.
But that should come out this year. They're
Yeah.
targeting this year.
Because I mean the timeline works out right that Plagueis would be around during Acolyte.
Well, yeah, this is when he'd be kind of at the peak of his nefariousness.
Yeah, and like potentially like babe. I think I heard a rumor too that we're still going to be planting seeds probably for like how Palpatine returns
Yes.
kind of thing, right?
Yes. Yeah, that. I think you
I
did
think
you
so.
send us that article, Dino? Is that what you sent?
I might have.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you mean the most recent one that he sent?
No, that was another thing about Palpatine.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
But you're gonna have a younger Yoda in this. You're gonna have it's
He's
gonna
gonna look
be
exactly the same.
it's gonna look exactly the same.
He's
Yeah, I
just
mean he's
do,
not gonna
like, a
look
lot
that
more
much younger.
flipping.
He's 900 years old by the time of Return of the Jedi. So
Right.
Yeah,
how young could he look?
right.
But so
He has like
excited.
black hair.
Like
Yeah.
what?
He has like black, like wispy
just
hair.
lush.
Yeah, he's a
full,
greaser.
a full head of hair.
He's a greaser. He's got like a leather jacket. He's like, yeah.
Next up, for a target they're targeting this year is Skeleton Crew,
Yeah,
Mhm.
also
also
be-
super excited about that.
debuting on Disney Plus. This is being directed by John Watts, who did the Spider-Man trilogy in the MCU.
And it's got Jude Law.
It's called Jude Law, and they're billing it as it's set during the Mandalorian time period. So
Right.
allegedly, whatever's happening during this will also tie into the grand scheme of the
The Flims.
Favreau Filoniverse. But they're billing it as kind of a what was the quote? An 80s Amblin movie like the Goonies.
Yeah, a group of
That
kids.
checks out
Yeah.
with John Watts for sure.
It'll be a lot of like kids talking over each other and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
Sounds
anding
fun.
each other. Yeah, it does sound fun.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I'll watch it and I'll love it.
Um,
And it's gonna
And
make
then
men really uncomfortable.
and
Which that we have
And
to say it
Jude
about
Law
every
is on
single
record
thing.
saying- Skeleton Crew, if nothing else, will make men very uncomfortable.
Thank
Yep.
God.
Speaking
God.
of making men uncomfortable, 2025, we've got Andor season 2.
Yeah.
It's so far away.
I know. It was meant to be
No.
2024, but here we are.
It's
Um,
fine. Take your time. Make it good.
It's going to be
Please,
another
God,
12 episode season,
Make it good.
and it's going to lead right into Rogue One. And
Was the first season 12 episodes too, or is this a longer one? It was. Okay.
It was,
It was broken into 4 3-episode arcs.
That's right.
Or 3 4 episodes.
In an interview that Diego Luna just did for the Emmys, they asked him some questions about Andor, obviously.
Yeah.
And they asked him if he thinks that if he thinks that his character will be in any more future Star Wars projects. And he was like, I don't think so. But I'll always be part of the Star Wars family. And then at the Emmys, which just barely happened, he mentioned that they were really, really close to wrapping. So
cool. Wrapping
even on the heels of a strike, that's pretty impressive that they're going to get that.
I know. It's wild. I thought for sure they'd be further into this year. But yeah, he revealed that at the Emmys, he at least only had 7 days remaining of filming.
7 days remaining.
7.
Of course, is that just for him or for the show in general?
That's not specified, but you know.
I mean, you know, he's kind of the name of the show, so
he's the guy.
Yeah, he's like the dude. So probably
he's the guy.
The end of it.
But yeah, looking forward to that.
Very much.
I can't.
You know what I think I'm looking forward to the most in that show? The like super. First of all the men that are going to be very uncomfortable.
The men made uncomfortable.
Yeah.
By
that
Cyril
other quote from
Deidre's.
Diego Luna was that this show, no doubt, will make men extremely uncomfortable.
No, but second of all, but not quite as important. The actually super uncomfortable relationship between
Cyril and Deidre.
Yes. Oh my god. I'm just like, what a weird, creepy, icky thing that it's gonna.
So icky.
I'm so excited for it. I can't wait.
Oh gosh, I've missed them. I've missed them both.
Same.
Yeah, I can. If you listened to our breakdown of Andor, we hated it
in the best way.
No, I think honestly, that's the show we gushed about more. Yeah, I feel like even more than Mando.
Yeah, and of the recent iterations, absolutely, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was a game changer for me. I think that kind of set a new bar for, you know, where if not for tone, for writing quality, where Star Wars can be. I mean, it's.
Yeah, there were
much better.
Yeah, good stuff.
I think aiming for either late 2025 or 2026. We got it sounds like it's an official title for The Mandalorian's jump to the big screen.
Yes.
The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Mandalorian and Grogu.
Is that what the actual title is? I totally just thought that was like they're doing to make the.
That's what they're calling it right now. I mean, there's always a possibility that it'll change, but
and it'll be directed by Jon Favreau.
Excellent. I wonder what that'll be about.
Well, but so the discussion around this one, it's interesting because there'd been rumors of The Mandalorian going big screen, but will this be in place of a Mandalorian season 4, or will it be the tail end of season 4?
I was gonna say, I think I heard that there is gonna be a season 4,
and that the plan, it sounds like, is that this will be
the culmination
of season 4.
The end, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, but this is in addition to the Filoni, like,
this is completely separate. Yeah,
Thanos like end
or
not
whatever.
completely. Yeah.
It's a separate movie. It's not completely separate story.
Well,
Yeah,
right.
sure.
Yeah, but yes, in addition to, yeah.
But interesting decision if it is indeed true that this is the kind of the tail end of season 4 of The Mandalorian, which I think it was already a requirement that to probably see that movie, you probably needed to watch Mandalorian, but now that's really confirmed.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
So
yeah,
I guess they're banking on everyone having done that. But
well, can we make a promise here that all three of us will be together to watch that movie?
Oh, that would be cute.
We'll find a way.
Yeah, okay. I'll make that promise.
I love it.
Let's
much
really
easier
try.
for us to make that promise.
Well, because like
really
the last
hanging me out to dry here.
Yeah.
The last Star Wars movie,
it's like a $400 commitment at the very minimum.
We were all together the last Star Wars movie. So
We were.
Gosh, almost that'll be 5 years this
Mhm.
year.
Holy balls.
wild.
Oh, so yeah, the Mandalorian and Grogu, which
That's
I'm
cute as shit.
actually you mentioned it, Daniel. I'm rather surprised that this is going to be a separate thing from whatever Filoni's cooking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, assumedly it's gonna like work its way into
It'll
that.
it'll be related. They'll be kissing cousins for sure. but-
Kissing cousins. But
But,
yeah, we've got people in completely different galaxies now.
Yeah.
But this does give them the opportunity to flesh out the Mandalorian story without trying to shove that resolution into a larger movie about facing Thrawn and
Right.
yeah, I think it's smart. I think it's
unless
smart.
unless it also, has part to do with the Thrawn threat. Thrawn threat.
well, I'm sure
Um,
it's all related.
Yeah, because we're the Rebels folks, like we still were when we watched Ahsoka, we kind of we questioned at the end whether or not, and this is a spoiler alert if you haven't watched Ahsoka yet, and if you haven't, you need to watch it. It's so freaking great. But yeah, towards the end, our friends are literally separated by a galaxy. They're
Yeah.
like in two separate galaxies, and then we sort of, like if there is going to be an Ahsoka season 2, which it sounds like there is.
Yeah, there is. It's
Yeah,
confirmed.
that
that
has
was
been confirmed
confirmed.
now. Mhm.
Is it going to include, like, are they going to like have both of those groups in the same show again and show them kind of working side by side but just in different galaxies, or are they going to like make them two separate shows? Or will the people that are in the galaxy that we all know and love, like, are they going to make their way into like the Mandalorian season 4 and like the Mandalorian movie
Mhm. Could be.
somehow, or are they just, I don't know. I'm interested to see where that goes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Who, me?
Boop.
I'm not gonna tell you.
And then, of course,
Leave
we have
your
the
notes in the comments.
also gunning for 2025. And it's actually going to start shooting in April. Is Rey's untitled movie about the new
Making
Jedi
men
Order.
uncomfortable.
That's going to make men extremely uncomfortable.
Making
but,
men uncomfortable.
the,
The film.
Just as a reminder, the
It's actually going to
timeline,
be a musical.
the proposed
Even
timeline for
better.
this movie is about 15 years after the Rise of Skywalker, and discovering what the galaxy looks like, and
Which, how many actual years will it have been after the Rise of Skywalker? Like
in real
7?
years, 2019 to 2025, so
So 6?
6 years?
6.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's like, kind of believable almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're painting with a clean slate, a clean canvas.
Yeah, at least a clean of the Emperor, allegedly.
Well, I'm gonna say definitely, because I'm hoping that
Here's to hoping.
here's to
Here's
hope.
to hoping. Yeah.
God willing.
But we talked about this when we were unpacking Ahsoka, and could Ahsoka season 2 be hinting at problems down the road that maybe Rey and her new Jedi Order will be left to deal with?
I
And
certainly hope so.
I think
And-
so.
I think so.
That
if
feels
if
right.
there's one thing we know about that Filoni guy, it's that
He loves to make men uncomfortable.
he loves it. No, he's just incredibly gifted at filling in those little teeny itty bitty
Threading the needle.
moments that help make the Star Wars world that much richer.
Yeah, totally. Like planting seeds. He's cultivating a garden of cool Star Wars shit.
Yes.
Yes.
yeah,
my God.
Okay, all right.
He's been waiting.
And then we talked about the Dave Filoni movie, which has been much anticipated as a proposed wrap up to all of the the Disney Plus stories from The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, maybe Boba Fett, Skeleton Crew. I think that's it.
Yeah.
And perhaps the showdown with Thrawn and his zombie army of Night Sisters.
Ooh.
Unless they, they end up Snoking him. And, something else happens. But, I mean, it's not out of the ordinary for Star Wars for that to happen. But it would be weird.
I am curious if they're going to put a, if that's going to be the
You
period.
just got snoked. I'm sorry.
That's going to be the period end of story on Thrawn, or if they'll do something with him that explains why he has not been present during the sequels.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Yeah, maybe he gets like how frustrating for him. And I don't know.
Gets
like
stuck
if that
in
would
another galaxy.
Not again.
Damn it!
Just
I hate it when men make me feel uncomfortable.
I'm out of here.
I hate being
galaxy.
made uncomfortable.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's how it ends because it just seems a little
No,
too.
I think he's gonna finally get offed, but
Giggity.
super psyched for that, and the implications of that movie are pretty interesting because this, we've talked about it. It should include Luke, Han, and Leia in some way,
capacity.
shape, or form,
Yep.
and how they go about doing that.
Yeah, will be a challenge.
We've talked about it, but would you recast them? Or
Yeah,
would you try to do?
I
a
would
deep fake?
prefer that. I'd prefer that to the
well, I mean,
future.
the problem is they've kind of already. Well, it's not a problem. It doesn't matter because I mean, I know that they've already set a precedent for having them being digitally put in, but like,
But I mean,
we
have Solo. We have Solo with a young Han. Like
Yeah,
I don't know. I'd prefer to see
real people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then it opens the door for them to be able to do so much more. But that being said, too, I know that like, we're trying to move away from, feeling the weight of the Skywalkers and the Emperors and the old, out with the old and in with the new. I know that they're trying to thread the needle to the sequels, though, so they have a job to do to sort of explain how we got there. So you can't really do that without having them there, I think.
Yeah, I know. I think they'll definitely be around. I just
yeah. But how big of an impact or a footprint that they have in those shows and movies? I mean, I'm not really sure. I don't think that they're going to be there. They'll probably be there about as much as they were in that season of Mandalorian with
with Grogu
Luke.
And
So the Filoni movie, I think it's tentatively scheduled for 2026. So,
all right. It's
Oh,
not
really?
that far-
Okay.
It's not
We're
that
still-
far away. It's
no,
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Hop and skip.
in between that, it will be Ahsoka season 2.
Yeah.
Which I believe is happening in 2025 as well.
That is what they say right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And God willing, they don't
So
like.
it will all be spaced out well.
Yeah.
We've talked about this one before, but James Mangold is doing a Star Wars movie. You'll know him from Logan, directing Logan or Dial of Destiny.
Right.
Mhm.
And he is setting this movie 25,000 years before the prequels in a biblical epic of sorts about the dawning of the Force and the creation of the Jedi. And
I love it.
you want to talk about
dawning
like
of the
new.
Force.
Like
Yeah,
we have no
that's
idea what
that's
that
like
will look
completely uncharted. Can't
like.
wait.
Before the discovery of hyperspace, before
Yeah.
The whales.
sign me up.
Now, are they gonna when it is that one coming out like after the Filoni verse, or is that where it hasn't been confirmed when that's happening?
I have not seen a
I
confirmation
haven't seen
on
a
it.
date on that one.
Interesting. I'm curious whether or not, because we are seeing the hints of the the holy trinity of the Force in this other galaxy far, far away.
Oh, the Mortis got the
Mortis
the Mortis
gods,
gods
yeah. So yeah, I'm curious whether or not it'll maybe it's gonna dip more into that world, or both, I guess.
potentially.
Yeah.
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 Well, so they have 2 release dates set for 2026, May and December 2026.
What
So
for?
that will seemingly be Mandalorian and Grogu, which we already
Mhm.
mentioned,
And then
the
Filoni
Rey movie,
The Rey movie.
maybe in December 2026.
Oh, does
that-
it not say? It just says that there will be 2
They just
Star
have
Wars
slots
films.
open. They haven't confirmed what is what yet.
Oh, interesting.
Um,
They reserve the right
December-
to change it.
and then a year later, December 2027, I believe that's the Filoni movie. But other than that, they don't have dates of any kind yet. So
Everything is subject to change.
Yeah.
And they have been a changing. Because they're I think I don't know if it's been since the last time we talked or not, which it might have been, but Walt Iger has made a pretty, like, I think he had a very stark, like, overview of what's going to happen going forward. It just feels like we're slowing down. We're pulling back the reins a bit.
right. So no idea when the Mangled movie will come out, but it's an active pre-production and
Great.
And God, it's hard. I mean, I'm trying to not get my heart stuck on too many of them because, I mean, with the way things are going at Disney, I mean, any of these things could be replaced or cut. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's an untitled Sean Levy.
I was gonna say, actually,
movie.
Even the ones that are like in the can and done can also be cut.
Yes.
Do we have, like,
As Warner Brothers has demonstrated.
Yeah.
Shall we be reminded
Although
of-
with the Warner Brothers thing, I think they're in like a lot of trouble right now because they think that they pulled those movies like specifically for tax purposes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they're in like
Write-off.
they're in like a bunch of trouble.
Gross. But I was gonna say, shall we be reminded of the Willow sequel show that literally just doesn't exist anymore? You can't even watch it on Disney Plus. It's so sad. So sad.
It's
But
wild.
there's this rumored Sean Levy project. He is directing Deadpool 3.
I can't wait for that.
I don't know if I don't think they've pulled the plug on it, but there's really no information about this one. I had read somewhere that movie might also include Rey in some way, so this could be another Into the Future movie. Not much to talk about there. And then another one that doesn't have a date or development timeline is Taika Waititi's
right.
movie, which recently he said is still very much on the table, and
Okay.
He's just trying to
working on
write it, right?
um,
Or is he writing it, or is it just directed by him?
He's writing it.
Oh, okay.
He said he's trying to make it something new and different from what's come before, so probably making men uncomfortable, I would imagine.
Yeah, God willing. And hopefully it's better than Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
that
will
would be good.
That'd be preferable.
I mean, hey, as long as, like, he makes somebody naked that's really hot, that would be fine.
That's all you care about. Really.
Making men uncomfortable.
Correct.
Yeah.
Some men uncomfortable.
Correct.
No.
Well,
then
coming up really soon, we've got Bad Batch season 3.
Correct.
Yes.
Did
in
you
2
watch the
seconds.
trailer to that?
Did I watch the trailer?
Yes.
Yes. Did you,
I didn't.
Yes.
Daniel?
Yes. Daniel, did you watch it?
He didn't. He just said no.
Well, then we won't.
Then I
spoil
guess
it. Maybe.
that's-
Yeah, we'll let
that's
you.
that.
We'll let you take a look at that. There's some
I'm excited.
interesting.
Yeah.
No, you guys can spoil it for me. It's all right.
Well,
No, just watch it. But I mean,
watch it.
I sent you like the for sure like confirmed that Asajj Ventress is coming
Right.
to
Okay,
season
well,
3,
yeah, that's
which
the big.
Yes. And that was
That's
all
the
over
big-
the internet.
That was the big
yeah,
one.
which I just read this article on the direct.com. Brad Rao confirming that Dark Disciple, which is a book written by Christy Golden, Brad Rao is saying that the Dark Disciples events are still canon and any new storytelling will line up with the events of that book.
Cool.
So-
And that was the Asajj Ventress, like,
Yeah, where she was seemingly
Adventure.
offed, but
Yeah. So the
Apparently
biggest
not
question obviously is
all the
like
way off.
how and why is she still alive?
right.
So yeah,
That will be fun.
I love that character. I'm really thrilled to
yeah.
be having her back.
Me
Um,
too.
So that's exciting. I assume that we will be covering Bad Batch in some capacity.
Yes.
It might be
Mhm.
like a big, huge one episode to talk
That might
about the
not be
whole
an
season.
episode by episode thing, but
Yeah, we
well, we'll do it as we deem fit, because I imagine as we close in on the ending of that season, and
There might be
thus
some
the
meaty things
series,
going on.
we've talked about it, like it started to get quite spicy in regards to future ramifications for Star Wars,
Definitely.
and perhaps filling in some of the mystery behind Palpatine's eventual return. That
Yep.
maybe this in conjunction with Mandalorian is kind of setting the table for the whole cloning idea.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be
Um,
really, really, that's going to be a fun, like, 2028 episode of Inside the Tauntaun, where we all talk about, like, did Dave Filoni successfully make the sequels work?
Right. About this
Yeah.
time 4 years from now, we will be discussing the sequels in a different light. Whether
Yeah,
it's
God willing.
better or worse, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. We'll see. We'll see. Stay tuned.
Yeah, but we've got the first 3 episodes of season 3 of The Bad Batch on Wednesday, February 21st.
The B Beach.
The Bede Beach. Omega.
All the Easter. Oh yeah. By the way, we just missed it by a couple days, but it was Ahsoka Tano Day.
Oh,
This
Oh
week.
yeah, I saw that Ashley Eckstein did something at Disney
She was
World
at the park.
for it.
I heard she was
Not
making
this
men
park.
really uncomfortable.
The
Yeah,
other
she
park.
was.
At the
No,
park.
she was at
No.
Disneyland.
World.
Am I crazy? I thought she was at Disneyland.
No, she lives in Florida, so
One of you's a
she's
liar.
always doing stuff at Florida.
Well, there you go. There you go.
One of you is a big liar.
I am.
Wish you
I
were
am.
alive.
But yeah, it was just a bunch of
video game.
nerdy.
Oh
What?
yeah, video game news. Daniel, do you want to share that?
Oh sure. Star Wars Outlaws, which I'm thrilled about.
If you haven't
And-
watched the gameplay trailer or the gameplay footage from that, dear listener, do yourself a favor
Do
and
it.
Mm-hmm.
take a look.
It's looks pretty cool. But yeah, the release date is going to be reportedly sooner than expected, which is fun.
So later this year, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, they were potentially the first half of this year. So that's exciting. So it arrived no later than the end of June.
The only question is, do I buy a PlayStation 5 before this happens?
Well, I would say the PlayStation 5 is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, like,
Just come down $100 more.
it's not
Yeah,
going to do that.
it's not
not
going
going to do that.
It's pricey.
Yeah, I think that there were. Wait, isn't there? Oh, but they did make a slimmer version, but it's still like the same exact price, isn't it?
I think so. I think it's the
Yeah,
same.
Yeah, because it doesn't have the disc port. Or
Mm-hmm.
yeah, something like that.
It's like
I don't
when
know.
they did that with the Xbox, the like
Mhm.
Xbox S1 or whatever that thing.
Yeah, if they end up making like a pro version or something like that, maybe they'll lower the price of the other one. But I don't know. I've been kind of watching those rumors, and it doesn't look like that's happening like anytime soon. So just get it. Just fucking get it.
Oh boy.
Your girlfriend is on Broadway. It's fine.
Uh,
Start planting those seeds. You know, hun, what would make this?
You know what this apartment needs?
You know what would make me so much more proud of you for having your Broadway debut?
Yeah.
If you bought me this new toy.
Love you, Pookie. The other random news that I heard that sort of involves Star Wars, the sadly failed Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser in Disney
Yes.
World,
Yes.
the ill-fated cruise ship, the Titanic of the Star Wars world. Nobody really knows exactly what's going on. Well, there definitely somebody knows what's going on,
Sure.
but it's all very tight-lipped. But there has been construction. There's been a permit, that's been assigned for construction there on that site. So whether or not they're demolishing it or changing it up to make it something different, or augmenting it to make it into something that actually works, who knows? But yeah, they're it's not just going to be an empty ghost hotel. They're doing something.
Hopefully,
whatever it might be, we'll see.
Got it.
Yeah, that's it. That's not much news, but it's just that, I know I've been I know that I've been curious, and because it's such a waste of space. And I mean, I know that they have plenty of space in Disney World, but it's just so much money.
Well, they got to keep up because Universal's doing some big expansion at their Florida property.
And it looks
adding up.
Did you see the most recent announcement trailer? They kind of sort of explained each of the worlds.
Yeah. I mean, specifically the Harry Potter portion, a whole Ministry of Magic.
It looks very dope.
That'd be pretty cool.
It does look pretty dope. There's probably less attractions than I expected. But I mean, for opening a whole new park, you got to think back to the time when they opened up California Adventure, and how sad it was fairly sad when it first opened. It's like, oh, you this is like a glorified, more expensive Orange County Fair.
Yeah, they've been working basically since that park opened to fix it. To
fix it. And they've done an excellent job adding in some very, very cool stuff. But then I actually just saw because I was just at the park a couple days ago, they're doing something, whether it's just renovations or they're just getting ready to demolish it. The Hyperion was all covered up.
That's weird because I was there yesterday and it wasn't covered.
Well, it's just the side of the building where the staircases are that go all the way up to the top.
Oh yeah, that's just reno.
It is just reno. Okay,
yeah.
that's kind of what I figured.
That's code. That's Disney code for renovation.
Yeah, yeah.
Pardon our pixie dust.
Yeah,
that's a little pardon our pixie dust. Another Star Wars. If you're a Lego person, there's going to be 11 new Star Wars Lego sets.
Oh,
and
cool.
Guess what? Each one of these sets are going to make men extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah,
if you step on them, men are gonna cry.
They are. There's going to be some of the sets will include an additional figure for the anniversary that doesn't necessarily tie in with the set in which they're included. So that's kind of cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Do
either of you have any? Have either of you done any Star Wars Lego? I've only done smaller Lego
when I was
sets.
A child, I have not done it in a long time, but I do love Legos.
I mean, way back when, a friend of mine and I did a Star Destroyer, but it wasn't quite the size of the ones they've released in recent years.
Like the 1,000
I saw somebody
piece,
on Instagram do the enormous Millennium Falcon one. But then
the one from the Spider-Man movie.
Huh?
Oh wait, no, that was the Death Star.
Yeah,
the Death Star. That's right.
the huge Millennium Falcon, and they put it inside this coffee table thing, and then poured resin over the top.
Oh, sick.
So it's a really, really cool coffee table.
That's neat. An
I was like,
expensive coffee table
Smart.
too.
You're very expensive and
Yeah.
took many, many hours to assemble.
Yeah, just in the labor alone. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow, that's cool.
So that
That's
is
very
cool. And
That's very cool.
there's also the
What is there?
sorry. the Fallen Order, the third Fallen Order game.
Yes.
That's
Oh, yeah. What is it? Does that have a set date or even a
maybe.
title?
Nope.
No title, as far as I know.
Okay.
No title.
Because yeah, the second one. I mean, again, spoiler alert. Minor spoiler alert. It ends very much kind of like well, not like story wise by any means, but just like the feeling of it ends kind of like Empire Strikes Back, where it's like,
Things are
a
not
lot
good.
of characters are in turmoil. We're in the
Yeah.
middle of
Yeah.
a story, and
Things
there's
are really
something to
not
be
good.
said. Yeah, it's
there's
pretty
no
cool.
there's no date or title yet, but it is in development.
Dino, did
So-
you finish that game, or did you even play it? I can't remember.
No, but I mean, because I wanted to play. I never downloaded it on PS4 because that's a game I want to play on PS5.
Oh,
It's-
you should. Yeah, it is.
But
It is
I know
gorgeous.
I know the story. I'm well versed in what happens. So
Yeah, it's very, very good. It is truly, I mean, some of the best. It really is some of the best, like, Star Wars storytelling we've got. It's fun. It's very fun, and I love Cal, and I really. It would be easy to. Yeah, we've always said it, but it would be very easy.
Did you do the naked mod?
I
the
know.
Cal
I
naked
see. I
mod?
don't have it on the PC. That's the only reason why I would love to have it on the PC.
God,
Because
I thought for sure you'd done it.
It is literally the only thing I see on my TikTok, and it makes me so happy. It's so funny. It's so funny.
That is literally insane.
I was like, oh my god, Cal is so hot. But yeah, it would be so easy to put him in live action. He looks
sure.
because it's
him.
him. It's
Yeah,
literally
it's
him. It's kind of funny though, because I think I knew him in the game more than I did as a real person. But the more I see him in interviews and stuff like that, I always thought that and this is gonna sound like it's a diss. It might be, but I'm not. I don't mean it to be that way, because he is a very attractive man and talented and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I thought that there was this kind of uncanny valley, you can't quite get the eyes right. They're always going to be a little stoic and not as expressive. But in real life, he kind of is like that. His, I don't know if I can quite explain it, but yeah, his eyes are always kind of like he's not super expressive in his eyeballs.
Yeah, his eyes aren't incredibly animated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is not a bad thing. It's
No.
You're making it sound pretty bad. So
I don't mean it to. It's just something that I noticed. It was oh wait, that's just actually. So they the video game got it really right.
They got it right.
Yeah, he's exactly who he is.
Well,
okay.
well, damn, good job, guys.
Daniel thinks he's boring. So
No, I don't. That's not what he said.
it's a failed performer.
Maybe I kind of said that, but I don't mean it that way.
All right. Well.
So,
Okay. Well, anything else that you two want to talk about before we?
I was excited for
goodbye?
Star Wars, man.
Me too.
Yeah, so much.
Yeah, some fun things coming around the corner.
Well, but coming around, and we might do more than one episode every 2 months, but
We'll sure try. We'll
that
sure
is the
try.
plan. You'll excuse us,
pardon our pixie dust.
performers and adults, and it becomes difficult to balance all things. But
Yes,
but we do have a lot, as always, but probably more so this year than even this past year because of the strike. We've got a lot coming down the pipe. And,
yes. We have even things to catch up on, and we're kind of going to discuss whether or not we have the time to actually do a catch up.
Well,
but,
in which format do we just kind of give you our thoughts about series as a whole, or
Right.
But the one I'm going to be super excited to talk about outside of the Star Wars realm is Deadpool.
Yeah, same. There's a lot of hype. It's a lot of hype.
There's a lot of hype, and I'm just not buying the the hype until I see it this time, because
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
of the things I've
that's
read,
smart.
which are super, super positive, like along the lines of Deadpool re-energizes the MCU and all of that.
Hmm.
I read a lot of stuff about the Flash.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
made
right.
similar
True.
assertions, although at the time I said that's just not true. It's
Well,
just
yeah,
not
like
true.
yeah, that can't. Well, yeah, because like the
It
director
can't
said
be
that like this
possible.
is the best superhero film
Ever made.
I was like, oh, okay.
No, I think that was James Gunn. I
It
think
was James Gunn. It was the
said
director. Yeah. Or no,
No,
I guess
he
it
didn't
wasn't.
direct
He didn't direct
Flash.
it. You're right. It was just.
that. But yes, it was what he said, and I was like, okay.
Oh,
Well,
all right.
Well, it was a
That's
superhero movie.
interesting.
Mhm.
I mean, it's nice to know that there's something for everyone out there. You know.
for
Yes,
sure.
that's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Well said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we got some other fun stuff like Dune Part 2 comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
March
man, I'm so
1st.
excited for that.
Very,
Very
very
soon.
excited about that. We might talk about that. We're just going to tell you a
We're-
bunch of things
well,
that we
yeah,
might
I would say
talk
that will-
about.
Yeah.
Dune will
Yeah.
definitely be.
Yeah,
I
we
think
talked
one
about
we
we talked
did
about the
the
first
first one,
movie,
so.
and I'm
like to-
rereading the second book right now in preparation.
those.
So
We like to
Oh, they're
tease
so
you
good.
about things and then not do them to make
That's
you.
our-
So
that's
because
our
we're
vibe.
trying to make men.
incredibly uncomfortable.
Well, uncomfortable, of course.
Yeah, that's the goal of the podcast and life.
and
so.
life. Yeah, yeah.
Well, as a straight man in the theater, I feel. I can
Oh
just-
no!
Don't ever start.
perspective here.
Don't ever start a sentence like that. Not in 2024. No, it doesn't. No.
I heard 1,000 voices cry out in terror.
We suddenly have negative subscribers to this.
Don't do it.
Why is the Better Business Bureau contacting us?
Yeah, that's
We're not a
weird.
business.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't
So,
know.
well, I'm happy to see you both. I'm glad
Me
that
too. I miss you
we're
guys so
finally
much.
able to get this episode up at least. And
Finally.
we did tease, and we still haven't delivered, but we did tease that we have a new theme song.
Oh my
And
God!
so,
Right. I almost
um,
forgot about that. Even. Jeez.
And you will hear it someday.
Yeah. Someday.
Whether it's before or after James Mangold's movie, I don't
We
know.
can't be
Ye-
certain.
Yeah.
but
it's
the one thing that we can be certain of
that it's a funeral
is that
dirge.
it
It's a
will-
really slow, sad song.
it's
Well, that-
sad, it's depressing, and it will make men incredibly uncomfortable.
Correct. Just because it's so sad.
Yeah.
Inside the Tauntaun, it's really sad. Inside the Tauntaun, it's really sad. Oh God, sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
If you listened
If you
to
made it.
this, if you made it till this hour mark where we were still talking.
Somehow.
Yeah, this is Inside the Tauntaun. I'm Alyssa Simmons.
And I'm Daniel Dawson.
And I'm Dino Nicandros.
May the force be with you.
You forgot. Always.
So yeah.
Inside the Tauntaun podcast, please like and subscribe.